Hello! Hello! YouTube Livers. This is the first time I've done YouTube Live, so I'm really excited. We're getting my Facebook
frozen.
Live set up.
It looks frozen.
Does it look frozen?
Look.
Let me see. We're trying to get Facebook Live set up, so give me 1 second. Oh, look, I look really happy. Let's start another one, because that doesn't look right. It says your video is not 4 seconds long. Oh, no. Of course, we have technical difficulties, but at least my YouTubers are watching. I have 0 YouTubers. I'm talking to nobody, but that's okay. All right, let me try to do Facebook Live one more time. Here we go. Start live video. All right.
Did it work that time?
I don't know, Emily. It's showing black. What did you do? You touched my phone.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I have a viewer on YouTube. Hi, viewer. It's weird. I don't know if I can see notes or anything on YouTube, so you could call me. The number's 507. Oh, here we go. It's working. Oh, it's working. My Facebook Live wasn't working, so here we are. If you want to call 507-4000 Pam, you can give me a call. I have it set up where I can actually talk to you live now, so it's kind of exciting. So our face is Facebook Live now.
Yes.
Hey everybody on Facebook! We had some technical difficulties. We for some reason, of course, you know, it always has to happen when you do that's live TV, right? When I used to work at CNN, we used to have like crazy things happen. It was like, that's live TV. That's what we would always say. So anyway, thank you for joining me. Welcome to Pam I Am. And we're at a special showtime tonight, 10 o'clock. We're usually every Tuesday at 9, but today we decided to do 10 because my sweet daughter Emily, she had it's called Collaboration for the Arts. She was singing tonight, Christmas songs and such, and it was beautiful. So we had to bump up the show, but it'll be back at 9 o'clock next Tuesday. We'll be back on at 9 o'clock live. Do we have any viewers yet? Maybe
when
like
did
2?
you lose your legs?
Oh, sorry. How's that? Is that better? I'm wearing my yellow pants today. I wore red pants last week, so I figured I'd go yellow today. Next week I'll have another color.
I can maybe angle it down.
Is it? Are you not? You have to like unscrew the top and then like angle the actual camera down. Why? Are you seeing like way too much headroom?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, do you even see my yellow pants? Is that better? I'm very flexible. Okay.
Yes.
So today we're talking about oh wait, first I wanted to explain for those of you who might be joining us for the show, I have 1 YouTube viewer. I really want to know who this YouTube viewer is. So if you're on YouTube, you need to call me, all right, or at least leave a message or something if I don't get to answering the phone or something. But I want to know who my 1 YouTube viewer is because that's really special. So anyway, this is Pam I Am. My biggest thing is about this podcast is I forgot to hit record on my podcast. Wait a minute. I gotta hit record on my podcast because then I won't be able to put it on podcast.
It's me and Scott Kim.
Oh, hey Trina. Trina emailed me or Facebooked me or what. She sent me some stuff about her tradition, so I'm gonna read those in a little bit. And then
they're the ones on YouTube.
They're the one. Trina's on YouTube. Oh, hi Trina. Okay, great. Now I know who it is. Awesome. Anyway, so this is kind of my show. The podcast is to get people together. I want you to like sit in your bed with your covers or on your couch with your snuggie pillow and have like a cup of hot chocolate and just get ready for bed and just be like, oh, let's just listen to see what Pam is saying and get together because, you know, we don't have lunch anymore. We don't go out anymore. Like we're so busy in our busy lives. So this kind of is my opportunity to get together with my friends and chit chat and hang out. And of course I like to talk. So, you know, I do a lot of talking. And like I said last week, my dream job is to be a radio talk show host, so this is kind of my sad attempt at having my own radio talk show. So whatever makes me happy. It's 30 minutes of my week, and I enjoy that. It's 30 minutes. I was going to say that. So last week we were kind of not sure how long this should go, 15 minutes, 45 minutes, I don't know, but it seemed like 30 minutes was just about the right amount of time. So this podcast is going to be 30 minutes. Emily's going to be my timekeeper. Do you have a clock with you? On your...
Yes.
Okay. So, we're still trying to work out the kinks. I got a new microphone today, or this week. I'm very excited about my new microphone. And, you know, I set up my phone number so that I can actually get live phone calls. So if you want to call in, the number's 507-4000-PAM. And I think that's 726 is Pam. Yes, Emily.
Hannah's watching.
Hannah? Hi, Hannah. Let's see, what time is bedtime soon? She's probably watching YouTube videos of her own. So, oh, I actually have like a live clock on my thing here, so that actually will give me a time because we started it right at 10, right, Emily?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, do we have any viewers on Facebook?
21.
21
22.
viewers. That's fantastic. I'm serious. I was telling somebody that I had 20 viewers, and they're like, that's great. But I'm like, I thought I was going to have one. And actually the one, Tiffany, she told me she couldn't watch today because she has a sick baby. So sorry, Tiffany. When you watch this later, I hope your baby feels better. She's a sweetheart. She can't watch. I'm like, oh, my one viewer that I know I can count on. But maybe now I have 21 viewers that I know that I can count on, right?
Yeah. Hannah and Sister Argo say hi.
Hi, Sister Argo. Oh, Sister Argo has twins. She must be up all night long. Like, she could watch this over and over and over again when she's, like, juggling those babies. They are so sweet. She'll post pictures of her babies online, and they're really, really adorable. Twins! That woman has twins. That's great. I wanted twins, actually. I wanted Brooke to be twins.
I wanted Brooke to be a boy.
I know. We were hoping for the boy, but we got a sweet little precious angel monster.
Pam Kimmons says hello.
That's Troy and Pam, cousin. Anyway, hi Pam. So today we're going to be talking about our favorite holiday traditions, and I usually say Merry Christmas and Christmas break and Christmas time, but I actually do have, and I don't know if they're watching, but I do have some Jewish friends, so I'm going to say holiday because I want to include my Jewish friends. If they have some cool Jewish traditions, I'd love for them to share those traditions. You can either write it on Facebook, on Facebook if you want a message, and Emily will talk about some of your traditions. I got a phone call that I can play back from one of my good friends. He called and left a message, and I also have some of Trina's, and of course I've got a long list of my traditions that I love that I wanted to talk about. So did anybody if anybody mentioned anything, just raise your hand, Emily. We need to have like hand signals or something so that we know.
like I'm gonna count on how many there are.
Right here, there's somebody's talking. Okay, yeah. So I guess we'll get started, right?
Yeah.
What's your favorite tradition, Emily? Do you have a favorite tradition that we do as a family? Just anything.
I like making a fire on Christmas Eve.
Making a
and
fire.
Hot chocolate that I made.
Emily, okay, I've been spoiled because we got it wasn't Swiss Miss. It was Starbucks hot chocolate. And I'm thinking, Starbucks hot chocolate's pretty good. They put the whipped cream on top and little chocolate sprinkles, and it's really good. So I got it, and then I started drinking it, and it was good. But it's just I am hot chocolate spoiled because Emily Jones here can make a mean hot chocolate, and she makes it from scratch. We're like, do you use cocoa powder or do you use chocolate chips?
Cocoa powder.
Cocoa powder? Okay. I'm telling you, I am spoiled because now when I drink hot chocolate, it's like, no, not as good as Emily's. I'm that way with salmon when Hannah makes salmon. It's so good. But anyway, so what? Oh yeah. So she makes her home. I was thinking like, where did we go? We were like 2 conversations away. So what we do is on Christmas Eve, what Emily was saying was one of her favorite traditions, is we will actually get out our Bible and read the Christmas story from the Bible. We have a fire made, and even one Christmas when it was hot a few years ago, I don't remember if it was last year or a couple years ago, and it was like really hot out. We still made a fire. Because we need to have that fire. It's that the fire is important, and everybody complains if we don't make the fire, even if it's 60 degrees outside. So anyway, we make a fire and we get our hot chocolates out. We already made cookies for Santa and all that stuff. This is pretty much right before bed, usually, because by then everybody needs to start winding down their night. And then we sit on the couch and we read the Christmas story from the Bible and drink our hot chocolates, and then the kids go to bed, and then me and my husband kind of get drowsy and fall asleep on the couch or whatnot, and then Santa comes and all that jazz. So I have a list, and that was actually on my list as one of my favorite Christmas traditions. Did anybody else write anything in on there?
No.
Okay, you guys need to be writing in. I want to know what your traditions are. I mean, this is like a give-take thing, so you need to be like communicating back and forth. I want to hear from you. So start typing. Let me read. Yes? What?
Did you show them?
I did show the new mic. You weren't paying attention. Anyway, I'm gonna read, or actually I'm gonna play Tommy Schlosser. He's my friend from church. He is with it came up as American Family Insurance. It's a little plug for Tommy Schlosser's insurance company. He called in and left a message about his family traditions. He had 2, but I'm going to read you one of them real quick. Or actually, I'm going to play it for you. So we'll pretend like he's with us.
My dad turned on the TV Christmas morning after they'd opened up the gifts, and my mom said that he couldn't have the TV on because it was Christmas, and he informed her that because all the presents were opened, Christmas was over. So the next year, my mom said, game on. She hid some of the presents, and then anytime he went to turn on the TV or do something, she'd say, oh, what about this other present? And so Christmas was not over for a while. And in fact, some years at my parents' house, I swear it goes on 2 and 3 days after the fact. And sometimes my mom forgets where she hides the presents.
That sounds like something I would do.
There's been times where in April or May or March or May or
like
my
later in the
birthday in May, my mom will send a package with what would have been a Christmas gift. And then Brittany and I have adopted that too.
That is so great. So he said like his mom would hide the Christmas presents, and then sometimes she would forget where they are. So like a couple months later, she would mail them the Christmas present. But that's what kept the Christmas spirit alive instead of just being, because sometimes when you wake up in the morning, it's like Christmas presents, and you open all the gifts, and then it's like, oh, it's over. Okay, let's go eat or whatever. So that's kind of neat because it kind of keeps it alive all day long, because it really is the whole day. So yes, Emily.
Okay.
Speak up.
Allison Edwards says, we have a birthday party on Christmas night for Jesus.
Yes.
Homemade cake, decorations, and games, keeping the main thing the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
Kristen Collins says, Pam, you look so pretty.
Thank you.
That's it.
I miss you. Well, that's really cool. I like that. I actually had a friend who she did the same thing. They did a birthday cake for Jesus. So that's really awesome. It's really, sometimes with this crazy commercial world we live in, it gets so, we forget, and even I try really hard to get in the Christmas spirit. This year has been so hard because all the rain, we still haven't got our Christmas tree. I mean, I'm embarrassed because some people are putting up their Christmas trees like November and stuff, and usually we get our Christmas tree right after Thanksgiving and put it up and we decorate and stuff. So we decorated the house, but the Christmas tree, we still haven't gotten it because every Saturday that we were going to go, because Emily has concerts and practice and all kinds of stuff every time we try to get together as a family. So finally we were going to do it Saturday and it rained, and then we were going to do the next Saturday and then it rained. And so it's just been nuts. So we're going to do it this week. Even if it rains, we're getting a tree because we're not going to not have a tree. Even my husband, I have this little tiny kind of fake tree for my photo shoots and stuff. And my husband's like, that tree is fine. That is not okay. Yes, Emily.
Sister Neil says, yay, it's not just us who don't have a tree.
Oh, no. I know, right? Oh, man, I hate it because I love Christmas. It's my second favorite holiday. Now, I say it's like my second favorite because Halloween is my first favorite holiday. I do like dressing up. So, I'm going to read what Trina wrote. She said she has some, she was talking about Thanksgiving. I'm going to skip down to the Christmas. Christmas. I forced my nephews to play stupid games to win gift cards. The first year I did it because I got candy bars in a white elephant gift swap. I made up a silly game, and now I make up or find a new one each year. This year, a coworker helped me to make a brand new game that involves the whole family. So let's see. She wrote, she said she had this box. This was a cute story. She had this box that she got, and she swore she heard scratching, so she knew it was a puppy, but there were no holes in the box, and she's like, oh my gosh, the puppy's going to suffocate. And then she ended up opening up the box, and it turned out that it was like a little tiny TV for her room, so she was really sad, and she still wants the puppy. Just letting you guys know. She still wants the puppy. So, oh, my fire stopped going.
You've had it pause this whole time.
I had it pause the whole time. That is a sad fire. Can you guys see my fake fire? I was sitting here and I'm like, my office doesn't look Christmassy at all because the whole house is decorated, but I didn't decorate my office. And I was like, I need to have, so I got my little Christmas fire going here. Yes, Emily?
Okay. Morgan Lee Duncan says,
hi.
Oh, gee, I love you. You look so good.
Thank you. Been working out, except lately I kind of put 5 pounds back on. It's so bad.
And Miss O'Neill says, hey, beautiful lady.
Hi. She's back. I think she's like, I wonder how many people listened last week and then are listening again this week. So if you listened last week and again this week, thank you for hanging in there with me. I really appreciate it. I'm going to look at, oh gosh, I just closed my Google Voice. Oh, okay, that doesn't matter. So yes, Emily.
We have 3 big trees upstairs in our home, and Mom has
3?
two
Oh,
in the
I'm so
basement.
jealous.
2 in the
2 in
basement.
Wait a minute. I hope this is a finished basement.
Not counting the little ones in every room, including the bathroom.
That's in the bathroom? Emily. I gotta get on it. I got see, I've got like 10 bins of Christmas decorations, and I'm like, my husband and I were like, that's it. We gotta put a stop to it. Get rid of some of the old decorations or something. We got too many decorations. Bathrooms. I haven't thought about decorating the bathrooms with like Christmas tree. You walk in, there's like twinkle lights. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Was there another one? Did you want to say something else?
Trina says we listened both weeks.
Oh, yeah, I know. Trina listened last week too, so thanks for joining me again. I appreciate that. Well, we're halfway through. I've got a couple more traditions. Oh, I wanted to tell you about when I was a little kid. This is not a tradition. This is just Christmas story. So if you want to share a Christmas story, that's fine too. When I was little, I was probably 8, 9, 10-ish. And see, we had this house, and this was a house that we got from my grandparents. And then, do you want to say something before I start my story? Or do you want me to finish my story?
People are talking.
Okay, go ahead and tell me what I want to hear what they're saying.
Oh.
People get tired of hearing
Okay.
me.
Miss O'Neill says we need to visit them at your new house. I did not know you moved.
Oh.
And Trina says, Mom, parentheses, our fairy flower girl, parentheses, lives in our basement. It's fabulous.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, she says she has that basement where her mom lives. That's right. Her mom was a fairy at her at her wedding. She went down the aisle. She had little fairy wings. So that's how we remember her. Let's see. So I was like 8 or 9 or 10, and of course at that age you're kind of like, what's going on with the whole Santa thing, and you know how that's when you start like not sure and stuff, and because we believe in Santa. So I was like one of those skeptical kids. So I decided that I was going to camp out in my living room. And see, in my living room, we had this like big living room. It was my grandparents' house, and we ended up moving in after, I guess they moved out and got another house or something. Anyway, so the base, or not the basement, the ground floor, we had the big tree and the big fireplace, and then on the side of that there was like a bar, and there was a door to open and close to go in the bar. That's how big this room was. It was really crazy. And so I went to sleep in the bar without anybody knowing. Actually, I don't know if nobody knew. I don't think anybody knew. I was hoping nobody knew. So I went to sleep, and I was all camped out. Because I was gonna catch Santa. I was gonna catch him. I'm like, I was hunkered down, and I was ready to catch Santa, and I fell asleep, and so I didn't catch Santa, and I woke up, and all the presents were to the tree. So Santa's real. I didn't ever catch him though, and I missed the whole thing. So Anyway, so that was one of the crazy things that I did when I was a kid. So yes, Emily, was there anything?
Nope.
Oh, I thought you were here. Okay. So let me tell you another story. So I grew up in Connecticut, and I was telling someone the other day that I'm a proud Yankee. I'm sorry, I have a lot of wonderful Southern friends, and my husband is a wonderful Southern boy, but I'm a proud Yankee from Connecticut, and I grew up in this town called Norwich, and we lived near this pond. And I've told my kids this story, but you always knew when fall was coming and Christmas was coming. Why?
Because they would burn the field.
Because you would smell the smoke when we'd get off the school bus. Because my school bus would drop us off at the bottom of the hill, and we'd have to hike up this hill. And you could smell the smoke in the air, and they're like, oh, they're burning Fort's Pond. And so they would burn this pond, and then they would open the dam and flood the pond. And so then when it got cold, the pond would freeze. And it was just this wonderful thing that when you smelled that smoke, like you knew it was fall, and you knew it was almost Christmas or the season, and you knew that it was going to be time to go sledding, and because the pond was at this bottom of this thing, and it was like you could go sledding down into the pond, and it was the greatest thing is because you'd get on your sled, your giant like big inflatable sled, and you would go whoosh down the thing, and you'd go across the pond. It was like the coolest thing ever. And then they would have this fort, because it was called Fort's Pond, and they would have this fort, and they would build fires, and people would bring like their thermos and hot chocolate and stuff, and it was just a really neat, and actually going ice skating, like you're ice skating on a real pond. It wasn't like an ice skating rink or anything, but it was hard because you'd have like because it's not a rink. They don't have a Zamboni going across on the pond. It was like an actual ice skating, a pond, and I keep saying it was a pond. Like, I think I've said it like 4 times. But anyway, Mark calls me Yosemite Sam because I'm like, I say. I do that a lot because I think my mouth goes faster than my head. Isn't it Yosemite? No, that's not Yosemite Sam.
I wish I saw the face that I was like, that's not who it is.
No, I'm sorry. It's Foghorn Leghorn. It's the chicken. It's the big white chicken. So Foghorn Leghorn. Sorry, Yosemite Sam. Yes, Emily.
Mary A. Bear says.
Hi, Mary. She was here last week.
When all my siblings and I were teenagers, we got gifts from the reindeer instead of Santa, since none of us believed anymore.
Oh. But that's neat that you got them from the reindeer. You know, I knew this one girl who she was an adult and she still got Easter baskets from the Easter Bunny. And I thought that was really neat. I don't get Easter baskets from the Easter Bunny. Just letting you know, Emily, just kind of just putting that out there. Everybody else gets an Easter basket except for Mommy. So I think somebody needs to do something about that. But anyway, what was I talking about? I was talking about the sledding, and I kind of like go on all these.
You were talking about how you said pond way too many times.
I did say pond. Oh, I was Yosemite, or not Yosemite Sam. I was Foghorn Leghorn. See how my brain is? My brain just goes. Okay, let me think about some more. Secret Santa. We love to do Secret Santa. Do you like to do Secret Santa, Emily?
Yes.
Do you enjoy it? That's one of our funnest? Is that a word? That is our most fun thing to do. We like to basically pick a family every year, and we kind of like pick the family, and then we buy gifts for them, and then we like drive. And it's great now because my kids are old enough to where I can just like park at the end of the street, and they could deliver it, and they could like book it to the car. They ring the doorbell, and they book it to the car. And that's one of our favorites. I've been doing that since I was a little kid with my mom. My mom and I used to do that, and the coolest thing was one day, and I don't think they're watching, because I know I'm friends with them on Facebook, but I don't think they're watching. So But there was one where we got her a Cabbage Patch doll, and she brought the Cabbage Patch doll to church the next day, and she was so excited that she had this Cabbage Patch doll. And I was like 11 or 12 years old, and I was just like, I felt so good that I know that I made her happy. She didn't know it was us. It was totally Secret Santa, and it made her happy. And it just, the fact that it made her happy made me happy. And that was kind of one of those things when you're a little kid that you're like, oh, I made somebody happy. And I don't know if that was a changing moment, but it really impressed me. I mean, I'm 43, so that's like, what, 30 years ago or over 30 years ago, and I still remember that feeling. So I try to give my kids that feeling, and they just love to knock on doors and run away. I guess that's the thing too. So, but it's always fun to give for Christmas. So we love doing Secret Santa. Emily.
Andy Barnes, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Anday.
Ooh,
That's right. She was one of my brides.
Says, I still get Santa gifts and Easter Bunny baskets.
Really? You're so lucky.
Oh, but my finger got in this.
Oh, that's okay. Hi, finger. Let's see. We make gingerbread houses every year. This year, you saw a picture of my gingerbread house. I think I posted it on Facebook where I was like, hey, podcast tonight. That was my gingerbread house. We are not the best gingerbread makers, but we do have fun doing it, and we love eating the candy while we do it. So it doesn't really matter how good the gingerbread house looks, as long as we're having fun and it's enjoyable and having a good time. Let's see. Oh, one of my favorite things, I don't know if it's the kids' favorite thing. You'll have to tell me, Emily.
What?
It's one of my favorite things. Is on Christmas Eve. We make like little tiny goodie bags. We make like cake pops and different treats and stuff. Sometimes we'll just do cake pops. Sometimes we'll do like a whole basket. But most of the time it's just cake pops. And we'll deliver it to all our neighbors. Like, we have like about 5 neighbors that we just drive to their house on Christmas Eve. And sometimes they're not there, so we just leave it on their door and text them and go, hey, I left something on your door. Hopefully the dogs don't get it. But I love it. How do you feel about it?
I like it.
Yeah.
It's just frustrating when they're not there.
When they're not there, it's kind of sad. Like, it used to be really cool. We would go to Mr. Cole's house because he lives right next door. And Mr. Cole would be home, and he would have his family there, and we'd go in, and the fire's going, and it was always really nice. But now he spends Christmas at his family's house instead of at his, so it's kind of like we get there and there's nobody home. It's like, oh, there's nobody here. But anyway, we love our neighbors, so that's always a fun thing to do, is to deliver cookies and treats to all of our neighbors that live near us. So that's always a fun thing to do. What about going to see the Nutcracker. How do you feel about that?
I like it. I don't know if Hannah and Brooke like it, but I like it. I
used to love it when I was little. Okay. I think it's a younger kid thing, except, well, you're 15, so almost 16. You are 15, going on 16. No, that's 16, 17. Dang it. I messed up 2 references already today. All right, so anyway, so when I was really little, my mom used to take me to the Nutcracker every year. That was just a thing. And I guess that's a tradition that I've kept alive with my kids, and I bring them to the Nutcracker every year, and we try. Sometimes we go to the Fox, and sometimes we'll go to smaller productions. This year we were gonna go to see one of our friends' kids, but then we ended up getting super busy that day and forgetting, and I felt really bad. So then I was like, hey, we'll go the next day, but then the kids had a dance that day, so we missed the Nutcracker this year. So Brooke is devastated. Brooke's like, why are you taking away all of our traditions? So the Nutcracker's gone. We haven't put up our tree yet. You know, we're gonna get there though. Christmas is still Christmas. It's still time in the season, right? How many viewers do we have left?
15.
Oh, good. We still have
14.
14.
Well, that reminds me of 101 Dalmatians where they're like 15 puppies, no 14.
Oh,
so sad.
That's okay. We've got about 4 more minutes left in our podcast. I'm kind of, let's see, cutting your own tree. That's another thing that we haven't done in a while. Do you remember we used to do that? Mm-hmm. Do you want to tell the story about when we do it or what we do?
I mean, yeah, sure. So, we go to the Christmas tree farm. We used to go to another one.
We used to go to Lyle's farm, which was actually family.
And we would go around and we would argue about what tree we want. Because,
arguing is probably...
there's 3 kids. You can't all agree on
yeah,
what
we
tree
don't ever agree on the same tree. We all argue. And me and my husband are like, okay, guys, come on, let's try to pick one tree.
So eventually we...
Wait! I have 2 viewers on YouTube. I just realized it. Okay, go on. Sorry. Hi, another viewer on YouTube.
Anyway,
go on. So we picked the tree.
Okay, so we finally picked the tree. It's usually the one that Hannah picks.
Not always.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Anyway.
Anyway, so then we go and we get a saw, and it's usually our dad. And is it you or does one of the kids do it? Does he do it?
He usually does it.
He usually does it.
Yeah.
And he starts cutting it. And we all have to stand far away because we don't want it to fall on us and smash us, even though I'm pretty sure it won't. And then, the tree falls and we're just like, yay, timber! And then we all sit on the tree and they drag it back to the car.
The coolest thing, and I have pictures of this almost every year, is all the kids would sit on the tree and Mark would haul the tree to the car and they would all be riding on the tree on the back of the tree. Except now the kids are all too big, but yeah. Brooke could probably still do it, or maybe, but again, now, we realize that Emily and I are allergic to the kind of trees that we would cut down. So now we get the Fraser fir type trees, and so those are already cut, so we don't even cut our own tree anymore. But cutting the tree was fun. I remember as a kid, me and my mom did it once. Again, another tradition that I carried on from when I was a child. I had some pretty good childhood memories, a handful, and but me and my mom traipsed through the snow. It was just her and me. We traipsed through the snow and we cut down a tree and brought it home. That was a good memory. I remember. Yeah.
Miss O'Neill says, growing up, we always cut our own tree. It was an amazing tradition with my dad, walking up mountains until we found the best tree. Broke my heart to not do that anymore.
I wish we grew Fraser firs here, but we just don't.
And Miss Ava says, do you put sugar in its water?
I've heard that helps. Somebody said that that's actually good for the tree. Because sometimes when we get our tree right after Thanksgiving, by Christmas, it is like brittle and it's all the needles are falling down and it's pretty crazy. So... Emily's doing a dance in the background. You need a video. You need a camera on you, Emily.
We really don't.
Well, we didn't get any phone calls, guys, but maybe next time we will. Next week, I'm trying to see if I have any messages. No messages. But we're almost out of time. So thank you guys so much for joining me on Pam I Am. Wait.
We have our very first real tree this year. Who? That's why I'm asking. Miss Ava.
Oh, okay.
So... Yay,
she's her very first real tree. Congratulations on your first real tree. I actually considered buying a fake tree this year because I want to have trees all over the house, like somebody said earlier. But my husband's like, no, we need a real tree. We need a fake tree. Actually, no, wait.
That was me.
That was Emily. That was Emily. Actually, Mark was okay with the fake trees because then we don't have to deal with the sap. You know, like in Christmas Vacation where he's like, everything is like touching and he's got sap everywhere. So anyway, and then a couple nights ago we sat on the couch and we all watched Christmas movies. We watched Rudolph and we watched.
Rudolph.
Oh yes, we did.
Charlie Brown.
And we watched Rudolph and Charlie Brown.
Mm.
You weren't there for the Rudolph part. Oh yeah.
You watched it without me?
I don't know what you were doing. You were probably watching some show in the basement or
could
something.
you?
So anyway, thanks for joining us on Pam I Am. We're out of time. We're gonna do it again next week on every Tuesday at 9 o'clock, except Christmas. And maybe New Year's. But we'll talk more about that later. Next week, I haven't picked a topic yet. I'm trying to decide. I thought about maybe talking about photography and doing a photography podcast, but Emily's like, So I might come up with something better. I'm trying to stay with this Christmas theme. Oh, maybe we'll talk about, I got it. Okay, so next week we're going to talk about Christmas food. What kind of food do you like to eat for Christmas? I don't know if we could do that for a whole 30 minutes. Can we? Oh yeah. We could talk about food for 30 minutes. Yeah, okay. All right, thanks for joining me, everybody. Don't forget to tune in next time, 9 o'clock. Bye!
Yeah, I'm just going to cover the camera.
You're just going to cover I don't know how to turn this off.